Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Two Mics, One Schedule, the self-proclaimed world's greatest project controls podcast. As always, I am Mike Bograd. With me, we have Mike Maynard. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing wonderful. How are you?
Doing great. We had a chance together, a chance to spend what, about 2 days together
Yeah, two and a
this
half.
week? Yeah, we were at the Advancing Life Science Construction Conference. And what were your first impressions? What did you think of it?
I thought it was a really good conference. The venue was nice. There was a lot of good engagement from local businesses. I would like to see it expand a little and get a little bit larger, and just bring in some other, I guess, trades and other partners into this. So it was a little, because it was a little more focused specific on scheduling and project controls.
Sure. Yeah, so we were talking, we had a chance to see a lot of different presentations, right? Our presentation really focused on what we said earlier was creating a healthy planning environment, right? How does Stelic navigate these really complex life science projects? And our theme and what we talked about was, hey, really create a healthy planning environment, what that involves. Not a super sexy topic. It's a very foundational topic, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, and like a lot of the other speakers were also speaking about early engagement as part of good practice going forward. And I think that really speaks value of what project controls is changing in this current marketplace. Is
Yeah,
early engagement allows for early identification of issues, which allows for better solutions and better decisions.
Yeah, really just looking through, we had the panel, a really great panel spoke at the beginning to kind of help kick this off, some real head of some life science construction companies, or excuse me, some owner companies, right, manufacturing companies, and they really, did touch on, early pre-planning of their projects, how to get engaged early with them and the benefits they see, where it comes from. So I thought that was a really good eye-opening theme of, hey, the earlier, this is the owners telling us this, hey, we want you engaged early, right?
And as a previous owner rep, I mean, I would take it even one step further with going into your production planning and coordinating that earlier on so you can schedule and coordinate what your capacities are going to look like for your facility so you can get ahead of the game of getting all that material into the building for any, you know, trial runs or engineering purpose runs or even for your startups. So you'll burn through a lot of just materials starting pieces of equipment up and having the capacity to have that readily available and at a GMP state gets you three steps ahead right away.
Absolutely. I really think it's interesting that the title of the conference, Advancing Life Science, you think it's going to be this real IT new age. What new tool is out there that people are using to kind of advance life science? And again, just to reiterate, it really felt like it was, let's get back to the basics. Let's create a strong foundation. Communication was a really strong theme, I think, of, hey, if you find yourself in a silo or you're working independently, there's probably an issue that needs to get raised early, right?
And you see it on a lot of bigger projects, and a lot of these pharmaceutical and life science projects are huge and massive budgets with all these moving parts. And when you have a lot of moving parts and not a lot of visibility between those parts, that's when, stuff gets cogged in your gears.
Do you think there was, part of our topic, we try to get creative, um, and help advancing life science. We did again talk about foundations. Was there anything we may have missed on? Is there a tool? You know, AI was a brief little intro nugget that got teased out here, but I think there was still a lot of
Yeah.
skepticism around AI, it felt like.
Well, that's the thing. AI, everybody's still a little nervous and hesitant about.
Hmm.
However, I mean, not to plug anybody, but Schedule Validator it's an amazing tool that helps control your programs.
Sure.
And they're even expanding into the AI
Hmm.
network and they're kind of getting into that, how we can digest the information and make it consumable to all parties because different factors and factions work in different ways where their understanding of process, their understanding of business is different. So they're looking at it from different angles. So you
Yeah.
need to be able to transition the conversation to hit your executive team versus your very technical engineering teams.
Yeah, and I really think the tool that they're putting out is going to help, help translate a lot of the data. That was kind of the inference or the insight I got from it. It was less about, and I think we need to clarify what AI means. I think this is more large language models that we're seeing, less AI. It's not really doing kind of the agentic stuff that we're expecting just yet. But what they are doing is helping translate a lot of their reports into natural language, which I love. I think that is just uh, an awesome tool. You see far too often, hey, here's my SPI, and then you see a lot of owners go, hey, what is an SPI, right? What do we do with this data? And I think what they're doing, Schedule Validator by leveraging a large language model to help translate that really goes a long way.
Yeah, I think they're merging a lot of things into a platform that is very versatile. And
Yeah.
it is telling because it's not just about schedule score, it's about how your performance is. And that's
Hmm.
what really matters in a lot of these projects is how you perform, how you recoup, how you are able to kind of save time, which save a life, save a day, is one of
Absolutely.
those things on a lot of the projects we've worked on in the past.
For sure. Yeah, I think we really touched on what we wanted to get out of the conference. Met a lot of really fun and interesting people. Had a great steak dinner. Thoroughly
Yeah,
enjoyed that. What did I get again? You gotta remind me.
you got the tomahawk,
The
and it was
tomahawk steak. That was like we'll try to post a picture of that if we get a chance. It was a great event. Excuse me. Really appreciate Hanson Wade for putting this on. Uh, and we will catch up later today, Mike. Always
yep.
enjoy talking with you.
All right. Have a great day.
All right, take care, bud.
Bye.